Diaphragm type of accumulator. In this type, the hydraulic fluid and nitrogen gas are separated by a synthetic rubber called diaphragm. The main advantage here is compared to piston accumulator is that it has no sliding surface that requires lubrication and can therefore be used with the fluids having poor lubricating qualities, and also it has less sensitive to contamination due to lack of any closing component. Applications of accumulators. Bladder type of accumulator you can observe here. Here the gas and the hydraulic fluids are separated by a synthetic rubber bladder. You can observe here. The bladder is filled with nitrogen until the designed pre-charge pressure is achieved. Like here you can observe one more figure here, like 3D of this one. The hydraulic fluid is then pumped into the accumulator, thereby compressing the gas and increasing the pressure in the accumulator. So more advantages than any other type of accumulator. When it comes to applications of accumulator, that is some of the factors, applications here is we are using accumulators in die casting machinery, plastic machinery, steel industry, machine tools, etc. Next topic is intensifier. These are also called as hydraulic pressure boosters. These intensifiers are used to increase the pressure in a hydraulic system to a value above the pump discharge pressure. So suppose when it is not acquiring the sufficient pressure as required based on the functional requirement, then we are going to use this intensifiers. It accepts a high volume flow to a relatively low pump pressure and converts a portion of this flow into high pressure. There are different types of intensifiers. One is a simple hydraulic intensifier. A common piston and it has a common piston rod and connects the piston of two cylinders of different bores. It has a lower pressure fluids acting on the larger piston, which exerts a force and that is transfers mechanically by the rod to the smaller piston. The construction feature of this you can observe here. The other one is coaxial type of piston, you can observe here. So this is there are different cylinders. One over the other, just like a telescopic cylinder. It has it shares the common axis. It consists of a number of cylinders arranged on a common axis, hence the name called coaxial type of intensifiers. Location of accumulators and intensifier. Usually in the hydraulic system, the intensifiers are located after the accumulator and before the machine. The hydraulically driven machines such as press, crane, etc. is supplied with pressure, liquid from the supply reservoir through the action of a pump. You can observe from the figure here, there is a supply pump, there is an accumulator, intensifier and a press, lift, etc. So nothing but a machine. The pump is driven by an electric motor or by the IC engine. Accumulator and intensifiers are provided on the main line in the sequence as shown in the figure. The next topic here is the pressure switches. The pressure switches are the instruments that automatically senses the change in pressure and opens and closes an electrical switching element when a predetermined pressure point is reached. That means we call it as pressure switches. We can give many more examples like automatic lifting of water, that is tank filling of water in the domestic areas and even in the houses. Bellow or diaphragms are used sometimes to sense the change of pressure. There are two types of pressure switches. One is fluid power system in industry are available. One is contact type, the other one is non-contact type. Non-contact type pressure switches, contact type of pressure switches we are using in the industry. Temperature switches are sensors. So after pressure switches, let's go for temperature switches. So temperature switches are the devices which senses only the temperature and opens or closes as an electrical switch when the predetermined temperature is reached. Like how in the pressure switches, once the predetermined pressure is reached, the automatic switch on and off pressure switches will be there. Like that here also in the temperature. These are predetermined, once the system attains the predetermined temperature, that is required temperature, then automatically it just switch off the light. These switches can be wired either normally open or closed. The temperature switches can be used to protect a fluid power system from serious damage when there is a component such as pump or strainer or cooler or begins to manifold or malfunction. Level sensor. This is another type of sensor as that of the pressure, temperature sensor and the pressure sensors. These sensors are used to determine the level or amount of fluids that flow in an open or closed system. Level sensors are widely used in fluid power industries because of its because its uses maximum utilization in the industrial storage tanks, especially in the construction industries like mixing of slurries and household appliances also, coffee machines and level measurements, etc. That is, continuous level sensors are used for measuring levels to specific limit, but they provide accurate results. Another one is point level sensors. This is on the other hand only determine if the point liquid level is low or high. Types of level sensors. This is one ultrasonic level sensor, capacitance level sensors and optical level sensors you can observe.